Okay, now that we have our headers and rows all filled out with the appropriate information, our next step is to get the information to put into these blue and purple cells. So the first thing, given what we have here, is we're going to want to put all of these justices in the correct order. So as you can see, they're currently in alphabetical order. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a new sheet, and we're going to go ahead and search for the list of Supreme Court justices, which I already have loaded up here. And I've got two options here. I've got the Wikipedia page, which for our purposes is actually good enough. If there's anything off, somebody can let us know. We'll make the change later. But we can also cross-reference that here with the Supreme Court .gov website. But for now, let's start here with the Wikipedia page, because let's go ahead and start with the Wikipedia page, because as you can see here, the Supreme Court page does not list the order. So here we go. Let's go ahead and select all of the Chief Justices and all the information. It doesn't have all the information we're looking for, but it has enough to get us started. So we're going to take that, and we're going to go ahead and paste that into this extra tab. And now this allows us to know which are the ones that this puts them in order. So now that we know the order in which each of these justices served, we're ready to sort them to get these order numbers to match the alphabetical order that we have over here. So what we're going to need to do in order to do that is first, merge cells can cause a problem when we do this, so let's unmerge those. We actually aren't going to need this column right now because we can get that information later from the Supreme Court website. So let's go ahead and delete that so we don't have to deal with those merged cells. And let's go ahead and freeze this row just so that way it doesn't also end up sorted. And now let's go ahead and sort column C, A to Z, just like that. And now you see that we've got these names matching the order that we have over here. So what we want to do next is we want to go ahead and copy these numbers, and we're just going to paste them into this column here, just like that. And the next thing that we're going to want to do, let's make sure that we're freezing those first two rows. And now we're ready to sort this whole section. So let's go ahead and select all of the data that we want to sort. We have some data over here pre-filled in for you. So there we go. Now let's go ahead and right click and say sort range by column C, because that's the column which the order is in. And when you sort, there it goes, all in order. Now normally you would be able to just sort from here or from the data menu. Unfortunately, because we have this merge cell, that's going to cause some problems. So to get around that, you can either do what I just showed you, or you can delete the instructions first, but for this tutorial, it's probably not advised. Anyway, now that we have all of these in order, we can go back over to this information. Let's go ahead and put these back in order, shorts A to Z, there we go. Let's go ahead and expand this out so we can see what information we have here. Let's go ahead and copy all that. It has a little bit more information than we need. We're not really looking for the dates at which they serve, but let's go ahead and post all that into this column here. We can clean that up. Don't really need that. Just kind of like that. And we can go ahead and do that for each of these. I'll do that later. Next up, we're going to want to add some additional information, such as where each of these Chief Justices is originally from. And that's where that information wasn't given in this source. So we're going to go ahead and look at this source. We're going to copy all of that. I'm going to go back over to here. We're just going to paste that. Oops, let's go ahead and paste that here, like that. And the first row gets offset a little bit. Not sure why that happens. Not terribly important. Let's go ahead and select all of that. Let's go ahead and paste that into this column here. Let's go ahead and take who they were appointed by. That was this column. Go ahead and paste that into here.